Khloé responds to Jordyn Woods' lie detector results and gets dragged.
Olivia Jade upset her mom with her new video.
And Harry Styles and Kendall Jenner reunite for intense discussion.
Ooh, all that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm so happy to be back. You know why, Susan?
I'm doing this. I'm like, I wanted to go, I missed you. I missed you. I held my face.
But I'm happy because it's Wednesday, which means it's hump day, which means absolutely nothing. But I'm Emil Ennis Jr.
I'm Susan Morad. Welcome back to the DHR. If it's your first or your second, or you just have never got around to, hitting the subscribe button, now's a really good time to do it. We'll give you a few seconds. Cool. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, leave us comments. Your So Clever's coming up later this week and you might get featured, so you don't want to miss out on that opportunity.
But we have to get into all the tea today, starting with Shay Mitchell, who is clapping back at a mommy shamer. So Shay Mitchell posted this gorgeous photo of herself on her Instagram with her baby breastfeeding, and she looks stunning. But of course, everyone wasn't happy and Shay clapped back. So like I said, she posted this photo and captioned it, "Breast Friends." See what she did there? Anyway, of course, her celeb friends were all in the comment section showing love, like Vanessa Hudgens, who said, "I mean, come on." And girl, same, she looks gorgeous. But not everyone was on board. Like this person who said, "I'm a fan of her, but this picture just says it's an attention getter. She's not even looking at the baby. She's not connected with the baby. She's connected with camera." So fans immediately came to Shay's defense, but don't worry, Shay defended herself. She said, "I missed the part in the baby books that stated I had to maintain eye contact with my daughter while she feeds, rather than capturing an amazing moment we were having. Please let me know where I can download your parenting manual. I'll get right on it." Ooh, so fans love this. So did we. Honestly, you think at some point people would realize, let parents do what parents want to do. And there was nothing wrong with the photo. She's taking a photo for Instagram.
And it was clearly a photo shoot.
Right.
Like, it just means because she's not looking at the baby, that's how she breastfeeds, like, all the time. I don't know, people took that one, yeah. So Emil, Olivia Jade's been active again. What is going on right now?
Okay, so remember we told you guys about Olivia Jade and how she finally returned to YouTube. And if you don't know, there was that whole college admission scandal and that drama's still going on. And her parents still have to deal with the legal proceedings and get their verdict, whether or not they're gonna be charged. Well, now we have an update from Olivia. Well, actually, we have an update from Olivia and how her mom was. Let me just break it down. So in Olivia's return to YouTube, technically Olivia Jade couldn't really talk much about the situation at all in her video because legally that would be a problem. But fans and critics had mixed reactions to her video. But overall, it seemed like people were not happy that she released the video on YouTube. Now, of course, we're talking about the video from a few weeks ago. But now news is coming out that one of those people was actually Olivia Jade's own mom, Lori Loughlin. So a source told Us Weekly that Lori made it clear that she was supposed to stay off social media until the trial was over. They said Lori was very clear in telling Olivia to remain quiet and not do anything controversial. And they went on to say Olivia's YouTube video was a big betrayal and cracks in the family are starting to show. Yikes. So obviously it has to be a tough situation for all parties involved. I mean, Olivia even said in the video that she genuinely misses filming, but she also said that more content was coming soon. Well, she actually updated us on Sunday tweeting, "Just finished editing most of the new vlog, still working on some finishing touches, but it should be up in the next couple of days. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday." But of course, the reactions are still mixed. One person said, "I'm so glad you're coming back to YouTube. Put everything in the past. I can't wait to see your vlog." And another said, "This is just wrong. No apologies, no shame, no nothing." However, when this person said, "This isn't right, you should not be making videos. Everyday people make mistakes and everyday people have to suffer the consequences of those mistakes. You should not be making videos. You should not be able to rejoin the community," somebody replied to that person saying, "She should though. People make mistakes. She's young. The only difference is that she's famous, but that doesn't mean her life has to end. Everyone deserves a second chance, and I'm sure she suffered the consequences." So obviously people are going to continue to have opinions about this, and I do believe that everybody deserves a second chance, but who knows if that source is right about how her mom felt about the situation. But I wouldn't be surprised considering that the legal proceedings are still going on.
Yeah,
I was just saying, I don't think it's the smartest to do things until that's done, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was surprised when the video did come out, but then at the same time, there wasn't that much she was giving away.
Right.
But she still did mention it and reference it, and like, just you can imagine with these kind of legal proceedings, every little thing matters and every little detail is going to be drawn into like the proceedings. So yeah, I was surprised to see that video. So Harry Styles and Kendall Jenner reunited on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and you guys, we need to talk about this. Harry Styles just guest hosted on the Late Late Show with James Corden on Tuesday night. It was Harry's second time filling in for James Corden, who is just taking 7 days off his nightly show to go shoot a new movie called The Prom, which is a musical movie also starring Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, Awkwafina, and Kerry Washington. And while Harry was on set at CBS, he did all his usual antics like making fun of Donald Trump in the opening monologue, and he also dabbled in some carpool karaoke. But he did one segment a little differently. Harry brought his ex-flame Kendall Jenner onto the show to play a little game of fill your guts or spill your guts.
God sperm! Seems rather tame in comparison to the other ones.
It started off pretty strong, with Kendall having to rank her siblings' parenting skills from best to worst. Surprisingly, she gave Rob the #1 spot, and Courtney came in last place, which had a lot of people talking, though she did preface her answer by saying that all her siblings are amazing parents. And then she asked Harry a question, you guys, that we've been waiting for almost, 3 years to know the answer to. She asked him what songs on his last album were about her. But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to keep on waiting because Harry ate the sperm god instead.
To spit or to swallow, that is the question.
But Harry was not alone because Kendall ate some pretty gross stuff as well. Like this salmon smoothie when she didn't want to say who the most unlikable supermodel is.
I have the answer, I can't say it though.
Ugh, gross. Kendall also didn't want to answer who the most surprising celebrity that slid into her DMs is. But Harry, well, he wasn't here for questions about his former One Direction bandmates either.
Between Louis, Liam, Niall, and Zayn, rank their solo music.
Now we all want to know that answer. Either way, it was a fun game, but we think they both got off pretty easily during this game of spill your guts or fill your guts. Remember, the two were supposedly dating on and off again for almost 2 years before finally calling it quits for the last time in February 2016. Regardless of whatever their friendship status is, it was so much fun to watch, and I love the dynamic between these two.
No, it was great to see, and Harry was good.
Harry was good. He was great, and you guys, cod sperm and scorpions and bull, like
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
All right, you guys, so yesterday in DHR, we told you about the lie detector results that were released by Red Table Talk, where Jordyn Woods was linked up to a lie detector test where she was asked about what went down with Tristan Thompson. You might remember we were also wondering, like, I wonder if Khloé's seen this clip and what she thinks of it.
Right.
Well, based on her recent Instagram stories, fans are convinced she was responding in direct response to Jordyn. We know, you might be asking, why are we still talking about the whole Jordyn Woods, Tristan Thompson cheating scandal? Everyone has moved on. And we agree, you guys, but it's the Red Table Talk surprise lie detector test results that got released yesterday that has made this all a hot topic again, so we're here to report on it. Yesterday, Red Table Talk shared this never-seen-before clip from earlier this year of Jordyn strapped to a lie detector test where she was asked if she had slept with Tristan Thompson. This is how that went.
Did you have sexual intercourse with Tristan Thompson?
No.
The test administrator then delivered the results.
Jordyn, I thought you did a fantastic job and you definitely passed, and I believe you're being truthful on the test.
Well, there you have it. Jada and her mum in the episode then went on to discuss Jordyn's polygraph test and talked about how she passed with flying colours. They said, quote, "People pass judgment when they don't have all the information." Well, within hours of the video being released, Khloé took to her Instagram stories to post a number of cryptic quotes and messages. And yes, we know that Khloé is the queen of inspirational and other types of quotes, but these in particular, based on the timing and the actual words specifically used, many fans believe they were actually in direct response to Jordyn's lie detector test results. Khloé first posted this story that said, "Liars are always ready to take oaths." I mean, that kind of quote doesn't really seem like a coincidence, does it? Khloé then followed up with a second post where she appeared to berate herself for always being so forgiving, and it read, "Stop being so forgiving. People know exactly what the they're doing." And her last one said, Never trust your tongue when your heart is bitter or broken. Hush until you're healed. And the timing and the wording of these posts is kind of interesting to a lot of people, and people are thinking it's related to Khloé's posts on forgiveness only just last week. Now, you might recall that she shared 2 statements on her stories where she publicly said she forgave Jordyn and Tristan. In those posts, she said a lot of things about the situation after a particular Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode aired, but specifically she said she didn't hold hateful feelings towards anyone and had forgiveness for all parties involved, and that, quote, "that message is for Jordyn and anyone else who has hurt her." However, over on Twitter, not only were some users convinced that Khloé's posts were in fact a direct response to Jordyn's test results, some people were actually dragging Khloé over them. Like this person who said, "What forgiveness? Khloé Kardashian is big mad over Jordyn Woods' lie detector test and her petty reaction is getting clowned." And Jordyn Woods takes a lie detector test and proves she was telling the truth. Khloé Kardashian. And Khloé Kardashian is so annoying. Like, girl, you kept saying Jordyn was lying and then she passes a lie detector test and now you mad? Let it go. However, there was also a lot of people saying that they're over the whole thing and let's just move on. Emil, do you think it was just a coincidence that Khloé's posts specifically talked about liars and taking oaths? Do you think it was a coincidence? Because we know she's always posting like cryptic quotes or inspirational quotes that aren't cryptic and it's just, you know, things that she likes to say. Or do you think it was a direct response to Jordyn? Or would you rather not say?
I'm just gonna say this. I think, you know, we all are in control of our social media. Well, not everybody, but for the most part, we all control our social media. And I think that we are very strategic with what we post. And specifically, you know, when people do quotes, they are in their feelings. Like, nobody's just posting the quote, unless you're, and I was gonna say, unless you're somebody who posts quotes every day, which Khloé does post quotes every day, but still, even when you do post the quotes, regardless if you post every day, this is the one exception. Because sometimes I do this, like, I'll post, like, today's December 11th, so I'll do, like, I have, like, this account I follow, Vibe Source, and it's, like, inspirational stuff now.
Yeah.
I may post that.
Yeah.
But that's from a specific day, and you know that you didn't do that, it's just from that day.
And, sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
But the liars and the oath one wasn't a reshared one from an account.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
when you can share it to your stories? That was one thing I noticed, because some of the others were, that one wasn't.
Yeah, yes, I think that was about Jordyn. All right, guys, if you made it to this point, first of all, thank you. And also, it's time for the final rundown. 1 minute and 30, starting right now. Time has announced their Person of the Year, and it's the youngest person ever. Greta Thunberg, the 16-year-old climate activist, has been announced as Time's Person of the Year. So big congrats to her because that's a huge honor. But Lizzo is celebrating too because she has been announced as Time's Entertainer of the Year. The U.S. women's soccer team has been announced as their Athlete of the Year, and you can go to Time's website to see other people who are honored, but that's a big deal.
It is, it's a big deal, and congrats to everybody in that issue. Speaking of issues, our girl, not those kind of issues as in like covers and magazine issues, our girl Taylor Swift is on the cover of Billboard's latest mag. Taylor Swift is on the cover of Billboard's Women in Music issue, out on newsstands this Saturday, and announced her as Billboard's Woman of the Decade. The interview covers a lot of ground, including Taylor discussing advocating for artists' rights and what she's been focused on this year. And as to why she really wants to re-record her old music, she said, "The reason I'm re-recording my music next year is because I do want my music to live on. I do want it to be in movies, I do want it to be in commercials, but I only want that if I own it." Smart.
I like that.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, we're coming to the end of not just this year, but the decade. So we're slowly thinking about that. And I saw something interesting today online. Tonight is the final moon, the final full moon of the decade, which is wild to think about. So at 12:12 a.m.
That's the time it'll be?
Yeah, so basically at 12:12 a.m. is when it will finally be the full moon, and that's gonna happen on 12:12. Granted, why is it still going? Granted, we're on the West Coast, so it'll actually be 12:11 here. But if you are in that time zone at 12:12 a.m. on 12/12, that will be the final full moon. That's just a random fact.
And that is the end of the final rundown. So many finals.
But not the final rundown of the decade. Not yet.
That's right.
Not yet.
All right, you guys, it is time for the end of the show, but we're going to be back here tomorrow. But before you go anywhere, we have some questions. Emil?
Yes. I want to know what you guys think about this whole Olivia Jade thing. Do you think her mom was really upset about it, or do you think they're just making this up? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yes, and also I really want to know what your thoughts are on Khloé's Instagram stories. Do Do you think those statements and messages were directly to Jordyn and her lie detector test, or do you think people are just reading into it? Let us know what you think.
And we'll be back here
Tomorrow. Bye.
But wait, guys, before you go, why don't you do me a favor? So you see there's that little box over there that has like some pretty faces. Click that so you can see yesterday's episode of DHR.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And while you're there in the clicking mood, you should hit that subscribe button. And that way we don't need to remind you of what you missed because you would already know.